Welcome back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today is yet another classic wrestling match. This is a throwback match where we show each other something that, well, you've seen everything.
Maybe. We'll see.
Bottom line is, the record's
on the line this week at this point right now with this.
Basically, and if you listen to the Cornette podcast, you know he says watching the old stuff is like a palate cleanser, right?
Of course.
It reminds you what used to be and what possibly could be in the future. And so, speaking of Cornette,
yes,
my choice this week, of which you have no clue what the hell it is. This is rare. This is, I don't know, maybe rare is not the right word, but it's kind of obscure. Are you ready?
I'm ready if you are.
Okay, so the great Brian Last and of course Jim Cornette have mentioned this match multiple freaking times on the podcast, and I have never seen it. In fact, I've never seen one of these guys wrestle before. So today we're going to watch Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
You know him.
Absolutely.
Versus Buddy freaking Landel.
Wow.
In Smoky Mountain Wrestling for the WWF/E Intercontinental Championship. Have you seen it?
I have the entire Smoky Mountain collection on my home personal network.
Is there ever a chance that I'm going to show you something you haven't seen?
For sure. You were getting close because I was sitting here on the edge of the seat going like, all right, guys, I don't know. You probably finally got me.
It's pretty damn obscure.
It is very obscure.
Okay, but hold on, dude, because I have never seen a single second of Smoky Mountain. I saw clips on, what's it called, the show, Dark Side of the Ring.
Sure.
I've seen a couple of clips, like with New Jack and whatever,
right,
but I've never watched a single match. But this match was happening down there in, what is it, Ozarks? I don't know where the hell it is. Tennessee, with Cornette doing Smoky Mountain. And of course, the relationship with the E, he could trade talent. They had The Undertaker come to Smoky Mountain at one point, right?
Of course they did. That's how they ended up getting Dr. Yankum, because he was actually known as Unabomb, and he was one of their biggest stars that they had.
And then?
And then they actually needed him to go up to the E, so they, like you said, were doing some very cool horse swapping.
Now, here's the weird thing about Smoky Mountain.
Yes, sir.
I don't know jack about Smoky Mountain. I googled the belts. The belts look good.
Of course, and they're all in Cornette's office.
But are the belts, were they retired? Were they subpar? Because I mean, this is for the Intercontinental Championship.
No, this was just a feature ad. This was like a big deal to have them come. So this was part of a big show.
It had to be a huge deal to have WWF talent come in and fight or wrestle your guys.
Absolutely.
Right? And I don't know where people saw this. Like, if it was on, was it national TV?
Like local TV. So like local different stations would pick it up. So like he had like Knoxville and places like that. Like he would sell TV to it just like it had always been done in the 80s and the 70s.
All right.
And had regional wrestling that was really, really well put together, good production value. A lot of times they started out in small gyms in high schools, and then they started filling up larger arenas. So they started at the bottom.
But because right now, if Smoky Mountain was going on right now, I mean, hopefully they'd have a TV deal, right?
For sure.
But back in the 90s, there weren't TV. There wasn't Axis. There wasn't, TNT. I guess there was TNT. Well, I don't know. Basically, I've never seen this before, people. And so it could be an hour long. Hell, it could be an Iron Man match. I don't know anything about it. But of course you've seen it. How is it you've seen every damn thing?
So my dad's family was from the greater Detroit area, and I would go up in the summers, especially in the early 90s, and I would get up at like 6 or 7 in the morning and watch TV on a Saturday and a Sunday.
Okay.
And I saw Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
So how'd Smoky Mountain get from freaking Tennessee to Detroit?
Well, Detroit was definitely part of those territory systems. So you got to understand that Detroit had a lot of loyalty for the NWA and for that Mid-South region, kind of. Even though Detroit's up here, they loved regional wrestling.
All right.
With the Sheik and
there's a soft spot in my heart for Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Not because of Cornette. Screw Cornette. Well, we love Cornette, but not because of Cornette, but because he did the damn thing. He challenged the Giants and did his own something that competed with the Giants on some levels,
for sure.
But then kind of formed Voltron and actually improved both of their collective crap. I don't know how to put that. But basically, they teamed up. First, it's like, the Green Ranger and Power Rangers.
Sure.
He's a bad guy, and then they become a team. I don't know, but I'm ready to watch this thing because I hope it's as good as they freaking say it.
It is.
It is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm taking your word for it. I'm taking Brian Last's word for it. I'm taking Cornette's word for it. But I don't know. I don't even know where to find it. It's on YouTube, I believe.
Probably on YouTube, or it might be on the network, or we might find it on...
Because they own all of Smoky Mountain, right? Doesn't the WWE own Smoky Mountain?
Do.
All right. Well, look, it'll either be on YouTube or it'll be in the description, a link to the network. One way or another, you're going to click the button, and you're going to watch the thing, and we're at Casadepedia, so the encyclopedia is going to press the play button when?
Right about now.
All right, now this match had that old school wrestling psychology.
Absolutely, man.
Yes, and it can be over in a second, right? The referee is not buried. The referee has a job to do, and he freaking does it. Great storytelling. The manager, the heel manager gets involved. Perfect match. I don't know much about Buddy Landel, but I enjoyed the hell out of this match. Now, before you chime in,
yes, sir,
which I can't wait to hear your thoughts, I have to let the people in on a little something.
Okay.
As intelligent as you are, as encyclopedic as your knowledge may be,
indeed,
he doesn't know everything. He knows most of everything. And sometimes, little secret, sometimes when we're watching the matches, he will look things up on his phone that only serves to further deepen the depths of the encyclopedia's brain. And so when you were looking up details on this match, you learned something that happened completely by accident, and I would love it if you would share it with the people right now.
So this was the Super Bowl of Wrestling on August 4th, 1995.
Damn!
We are like 2 days away from the 25th anniversary of that match.
Yes, and I wish I could say I planned it this way, but I've been waiting like 3 weeks to watch this match. Pretty much since my last suggestion, probably the day after that last suggestion, 3 weeks ago, I was like, yo, we gotta watch this. And finally we do, and it just kind of lines up perfectly, almost 25 years to the day. So yes, much love to Shawn Michaels, who is prolific and gifted, let's just say. The man sells his tail off in this match.
Of course.
And as he should. And even though Cornette is not a big Shawn Michaels fan, he knows talent when he sees it. He knows
how to draw money.
You damn right.
There's 5,000 people in the Knoxville Pavilion.
And that's the thing, dude. Even if you don't like someone, even if you like, okay, example, I'm not a huge Jericho fan right now, because the demo guy's stupid to me. But I guarantee you, if we had, Orange County Mountain Wrestling and Jericho was available, I'm booking him. Because
he draws money.
He's gonna bring money, absolutely. And so Cornette knew that Michaels was gonna draw money. And I love this relationship with the WWE where they could share and trade talent. That had to be amazing for Cornette and for his business. Now I gotta do more digging into Smoky Mountain to find out what happened and why they went out of business.
Oh, absolutely. And at the time, this is when Cornette is kind of transitioning out of Smoky Mountain and spending more time at WWF.
Okay, all right.
But the reason there was also the Smoky Mountain Wrestling. You also had USWA that was in the area, and Jerry Jarrett ran USWA.
Okay.
And when Vince was in the middle of the steroid trials, Jerry Jarrett was actually the guy that came in and was running everything in like '93 when Raw was getting started and all that. And that's kind of why some of the things happened the way they did, because they were actually Jerry Jarrett things like the 1, 2, 3 kid taking the money and run. But there's already a very strong tie-in with all of that. Cornette was also there helping with USWA, so it was kind of a three federation kind of triad that they were working out of, where everybody was being able to get paid. WWF superstars were able to come to an area that they don't normally tour to, and now they're doing a much smaller building, but then those guys are getting really good money in addition to their WWE pay. So you got to understand that this was a perfect storm of people that, although we didn't know we're all sitting at the table breaking bread, they really were secretly doing that and allowing everybody to kind of go like, oh yeah, I'm so powerful and awesome. I got The Undertaker to come wrestle Unabomb. I got Shawn Michaels coming to wrestle the hometown hero Buddy Landel.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
Things like that, and that's...
So if you look at, and I'm sorry, this might turn into a bit of a Cornette love fest. Sure. That wasn't my goal, okay? But I listen to a lot of old Cornette stuff. Newsflash, people, when the Jack goes to the gym, I listen to podcasts because it distracts from the suck, okay? Sure. And so if I'm caught up on, the drive-thru and the experience, I'll find some old stuff. And I found some old thing, and it was right around the time when Cornette signed up for NWA. Okay. And a lot of people who don't like Cornette were like, why this guy? Why this guy? Right. And he went on a long list of why he's qualified to do this. And he said it was kind of tongue-in-cheek, but he was really giving his qualifications. The man knows wrestling. He knows talent. The number of talented people that came through Smoky Mountain.
Unreal.
And then went on to bigger, better, greater
Jericho,
things.
Lance Storm. I mean, you can name everybody.
Glenn Jacobs, a.k.a. Kane, right?
Exactly. Everyone went through those doors at Smoky Mountain.
But then take it up to OVW, where he trained the biggest names in all of wrestling.
Absolutely. Randy Orton, John Cena, Mark Henry,
Batista,
Brock Lesnar.
Even Kurt Angle went through there.
Absolutely.
You know, look, man, the guy knows wrestling. He knows how to put on a show. He knows how to do TV. He knows how to find talent. He knows how to develop talent. Hate him if you want, but you're probably hating him because you hate him.
Because he's so good at
it.
He's got almost 50 years of experience doing wrestling, and that's the guy you want to have on the bat phone that you want to call and say, hey, we're trying to do this and this, and we're not able to.
Yes.
What am I missing? Which match can I draw from? How can we get them with a swerve that they're not expecting?
I didn't know this, but he mentioned it on a podcast that he was the inventor of the triple threat match. And then he said Jim Ross called him and said, hey, how did you do that triple threat thing again? And now they're doing triple threats every day of the week, which he hates. But just the depth of knowledge, man. Wrestling owes Jim Cornette a whole hell of a lot.
You know the rating star system came from Jim.
Yes.
Before
and
it got his buddy.
Yeah.
Before it got adopted by Meltzer. But even then, it's still. Yeah.
Yep. What's that? Weasel Dooley.
Yeah,
Weasel Dooley. Yeah.
Yes.
Look, I'm a mark. I'm a fan. As a matter of fact, I was hoping it would be here in time, but I bought my first piece of merch from JimCornette.com.
There you go. What'd you get?
I bought a t-shirt that says I'm a Jim Cornette guy.
Fantastic.
And I was hoping it would be here for today. I went home and checked the mail. It wasn't here, so you get Baby Yoda. But maybe the next time we record, I'll have the I'm a Jim Cornette guy t-shirt, because Jim Cornette is prolific and gifted, and he changed wrestling for the better.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if you know this. This is long, but hey, if you're still watching it, you're probably a Cornette fan too. He had a meeting with Tony Khan. And Tony Khan made him sign an NDA and the whole nine, and he was like, oh, what advice do you have for me? How would you do this? And Cornette dropped gems, which Tony Khan either ignored or did in his own stupid way, which he talked about on the podcast. And I'm just like, son of a biscuit. Can you imagine if you had billions of dollars,
right,
and you had talent, okay, whether you like AEW or not, there are talented guys there.
Correct.
And you have a guy who is literally like, 4-hour drive away? Who could make it the best show in the world. And instead, you trust a bunch of jabronis, to do it. One of these days, forgive me if I overstep, I will speak for myself. One of these days, I, preferably we, are going to promote a show, or hopefully a plethora of shows, a promotion, if you will, a territory perhaps. And we are going to put on classic, old school style wrestling with the Cornette influence, shall we say.
100%.
Okay? And if, this is the big if, because the man hates planes.
Oh, he won't. He'd have to drive. So
I understand, but I don't even want him to drive. I want to have a weekly conversation with Jim Cornette where we discuss the booking and we discuss the talent and get his input and say, Corny, how would you do this? I'll pay the man whatever he deserves. He can stay at Castle Cornette. He can stay there and pet his dog. He can eat his cheeseburgers. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Don't leave the house, Jim. Just get on Zoom and give me the insight we need to make the show so much better. And in that fantasy of mine, which I plan to make a reality, I wonder how the talent would react when we say, you hate this mofo. And anytime you're in this building or shoot a promo for this company, you hate this mofo. You don't eat together, you don't travel together, you hate him, And then if we start to, with Jim's influence or blessing, perhaps, twist the matches. So we're not throwing 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. That's what the hell we need.
4.4 pounds in a 5-pound bag. Even you just want a little bit more.
Oh, man.
A little bit more.
If I do nothing else in the wrestling business, yes, I would love to manage. Yes, I would love to do commentary. I want to put on shows. And I want to put on shows with stakes. Stakes where people feel like they hate each other. It's going down. I gotta see it. I can't miss this.
Damn the friendship. I want that top spot.
Yeah.
Friendship be damned.
Thank you, bro. And here's the other thing too, and they talked about this on the Cornette podcast, whatever. That whole bit with Adam Cole, and Pat McAfee, whatever, I don't know the guy's name.
Yep.
But they had that interaction.
That blow up
where he's like, screw you, mofo, whatever. I watched it. It was cool. But then everybody's like, is this a work or is it real? And Cornette said the fact that they're asking that means it was that people still want to believe.
Right.
People still want to believe that the heat and the animosity is real. And of course, as soon as the WWE gets a hold of this and goes, oh, people care about this? Let's turn up the volume. It's dead now. Yeah. You took it and broke it.
Well, they were baking a souffle and it collapsed.
Yep. And I'm like, damn!
You bought into the hype.
But I need, and what I plan to do, what we plan to do, is to keep the hype alive. To keep the animosity. Yeah, you might see Chris Bay on Impact wrestling somebody with the Finesse Division Championship, but when he brings his ass to Orange County, California, and he faces off against Hunter Freeman, he hates Hunter Freeman. Hunter Freeman hates him, and they're gonna fight in a steel cage. And I don't know if Chris Bay's gonna be able to walk when this thing is over because Hunter's gonna break his freaking leg. And I don't know if Chris Bay can defend the X Division Championship after this because Hunter is pissed. Hunter is so angry, I don't know where. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Of course.
Come on, we need this. We need this. Why don't we have this anymore?
We will make it happen. We will make it into the reality.
So, my classic match turns into Jag Fantasy booking once again.
Nothing wrong with that. This is the best part about Sunday.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to do it for today's episode of Make Me a Fan. Anything you want to add?
I was going to say I'm going to grab the next set of cards.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
What do we got?
You asked about this the other day, and I am here to deliver.
Okay.
You said, I need to know more about this Rich Swann guy.
Ooh, Rich Swann, yeah.
So we got All Night Swann.
Okay.
We got 3 matches of Rich Swann.
All right. Am I picking or you picking? You got the order.
I've got the order.
All right. So you're going to tell us what we got?
Yeah, so the first one, we're going to see Rich Swann versus Sami Callihan for the Impact X Division title with OVE rules.
Nice. What are OVE rules?
There we go. I guess you're going to have to come back tomorrow and find out what OVE rules are.
I guess so. See? I knew he was going to tease me somehow. He's going to dangle the carrot, but that's because he's smart. And he knows how to get you to come back. All right, people. So that's going to do it for this episode of Make Me a Fan. Make Me a Fan Classic. All right? Hit the link. Click the subscribe button down below. Ring the bell so you never miss an episode. And bring your butt back tomorrow, 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, for Make Me a Fan of Rich Swann. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.